You coming? Yeah? You know you want me. Come on. Oh. Damn you, Mum. Arg. So that kind of scuppers my plan there. I wanted to show it off. Anyway, so yeah, this originally was my epic base, which is why there's a massive cutout here. And I was basically slowly terraforming this mountain into this nice lush base that kind of came out to roughly where that fountain is. I want to turn this into a massive lovely garden out the front, and then some kind of nice area that's got like shop stalls and stuff on. Just make it a bit you know, RP, so that people can, you know, enjoy it, and then obviously they can go off and build their own stuff, as my friend Tim has built over in that corner. And then you got Ivan's massive tower to find his location, and I don't know, you can't really see it from here, but I gave Ivan admin powers for about 20 minutes or half an hour, and he built this massive tower that was just an absolute abomination. He's built this massive what do you call it, an infinity pool up in the sky, and it was an absolute nightmare. And he then, you know, dynamited everything on the server. It was a mess, but I've cleaned a lot of it up because, you know, I want this to be a nice area for people to enjoy. It's a very clean new world. Obviously, I've carved out a chunk of it, but I want to make this into like a big town centre, a big community centre, so that people can come and everything, and they don't have to work too hard for everything. There's not, you know, the mind-numbing mining of all these resources, and to go, you know, there's a lot of fun in the mining, but if you want to have like a little you know, skip somewhere, or if you're dying and you're running out of food, and you know, this place is for that. And you know, obviously I want to create like a nice environment for people to build. You know, these currently are lighting, but I want to turn them into like, I want to make an end portal here, so that the end. I know this is highly cheating, but I'm trying to make I'm trying to make RP more than I'm trying to create a survival world. I want there to be a little bit of RP in here. So I'm going to make an end portal here. I'm going to go to the end, and I'm going to make an ender farm. And the ender farm is mainly for experience, because endermen drop quite a lot of experience, and I've seen Azuma from Hermitcraft has an awesome video. It's very long, and I haven't actually watched all of it. I promise I will. But he's got an excellent video on how to create an end farm, and it just gets them a lot of experience points, and it's there so that they can sit and enchant things properly, and not have to worry about, you know, going out and farming a motherload of stuff. And yeah, I want people to be able to, you know, do all these things without having to worry too much about you know, the progress of the game. They can actually just RP a bit more than they have to than do the survival stuff. So, you know, nice houses and stuff. So that's kind of my plan. Got my little hidden door here, just so I can do maintenance. I do need to make an entrance and exit. Nice. So yeah, this is a mumbo jumbo redstone nightmare. It's brilliant though. I love it. But I did have a problem. I think I've not quite built it correctly, because I had a problem where this block here on this piston, which is behind the second one, this block and piston here were not refreshing properly, and I would have to put a block or break a block next to it for it to update correctly. And so I'm going to struggle to get through this door, aren't I? So nicely done. Anyway, let's put that up. So what was happening was when I opened the door, this block right here permanently stayed in here. It never opened, so I had a big sign here saying work in progress in front of it. But through a little bit of mucking around, because I'm not a redstone expert, but I'm trying, a little bit of mucking around, I figured out that if I put a piston here, and then push some redstone up against here, which obviously this yellow bit here, this redstone here, yellow wool and redstone, and then this piston are new to this design. But what it did was, when this switched on and it opened, this piston went down and forced a block update on this piston in the background, and it fixed the problem. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a testing world, and I'm going to recreate this following Mumbo's example, and I'm going to see if I can get it right. I'm going to see what I missed, because obviously I screwed it up in the first place by destroying when I created it the first time, destroying this block and putting a lever there. In fact, against. Basically, this block was here, and I put a redstone lever there, against the block on that side there, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't dropping the water for the monostable pulse. It just wasn't working, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I rewatched the video, was really concentrating hard, and figured out I destroyed a block rather than actually using it. And so what I think I've done is I think I've done exactly the same thing in here somewhere. I've gone one deep, or I've put a repeater on the wrong ticks or something, and so I just want to figure out what's going on with it. So yeah, I think that's close to it. I think I'm going to do a melon and a pumpkin farm and a sugarcane farm as well. So they'll all get sorted into the system. I've got 5 spaces here, which don't have anything yet. So I've got all the ores getting processed, miscellaneous, torch, food, so pumpkins and melons obviously going to go there, and then this one's probably going to be sugarcane, so that people can create paper out of it. So yeah, I think I'm going to try and avoid creating any other mob farms for say food and beef and leather and stuff, but because they're not fully automatic, and what I want is this place to be fully automatic AFK farms. So for instance, this is an AFK farm. If I want to get gold from it, then I have to sit around here somewhere and allow it to allow the mobs to spawn in, because I've got to be within 24 blocks of where a mob is going to spawn. So I need to. Yeah. Sorry, just my phone went off. Right. So yeah, I've got to be within 24 blocks of the spawning entities for them to actually spawn. Otherwise, they don't. So if I wander off through the outside world, these guys don't spawn in. Doesn't take any gold in. So yeah, if I stand around here somewhere, I get chickens going, and I get gold coming in and rotten flesh. Not that rotten flesh is particularly useful, but might as well store it. Could find some use for it. I think you can feed rotten flesh to dogs, and they like you for it, and they get healed for it. Otherwise, I might just dump it all out at some point. Yeah, and the chickens, if I sit here, I'm within 24 blocks, I believe, of them, so they're pumping through as well. And that's probably my email. I'm gonna create. I think I'm gonna either create the other farms, the other ATF farm, AFK farms, the other AFK farms around here somewhere, or possibly round here. or push underneath here. But the thing is, this took a long time for me to dig through. I think it took me a couple of hours to dig through everything here, even with my admin click delete powers. Yay, got some gold or something. Yeah, even with my admin powers, it took a long time to dig through all this stuff, and it was a bit painful. I watched videos in the background, but it wasn't fun, and I don't want to waste lots of time with that. Put a big window up here so people can see in what's going on. And finally, I should point out what's going on under here is this is flowing water, and I think it goes for these 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 blocks of flow from source to end point, and then it hits this this row of pressure plates. I picked wooden ones this time, but I used metal ones last time. They make lots of noise. And the reason for this is the flow ends here, and then a new flow starts here, and this is here to stop this water flow going back on itself, or going back. So what it does is it creates a flow of water that's constantly pushing this way. The only time they can stop is here, but underneath here is packed ice. Underneath the water is packed ice, which doesn't melt in light source. And the packed ice creates an incredibly slippy surface, which basically makes things move a lot quicker. So I can show you this by if I drop some stone into there. See that just shot off? You can't see it. It's already gone. It's already gone into the sorting system. It'll end its way going up here in a second, because that's the way these things go. And in fact, it'll drop into the crusher, and the crusher will just pick it up and throw it up for us, which is very useful. And yeah, so I can't believe that's actually not picked it up yet. It should have. Yeah, there we go. That's shooting them up already. See lots of items, because that's like a stack of stone or something. Stone blocks anyway. So yeah, that shoots them off the end here, and the momentum of a pigman as they hit this should push them forwards anyway, straight into the next stream. The only problem I've got right now is that when these guys drop, which hopefully this guy should in a second. Come on, biggie biggie. You want to drop in, don't you? See it on your face. You're just thinking, oh, I could do with a bath right now, and that water's so appealing. So yeah, this block here at this point is 3 down, and they don't see it as a threat down here because there's water. They see that they can drop in there with relative safety, but they like to be on this line of blocks because it's more safe, obviously, than dropping off into a non-space. And what'll happen? There's another one. What'll happen is one of these guys will drop straight into the water. Come on, you're showing me up here. I'm trying to demonstrate. So yeah, these guys will drop straight into the water, and they immediately, when they jump into the water, they start jumping up into the air. Are you going to do it? No, no. Come on. You going to do it? No, you're not. Come on, one of you. Oh my god, there's a... I need to patch this up, because that little zombie pigman will go straight for this window. There we go. Oh, here we go, maybe. Yeah, these guys are being very inconsiderate. I want to show off some stuff, and you're not showing off stuff for me. Yeah, so they jump into the water, and then they start jumping up, and because this from ice to obsidian is too high, they jump up, and then they hit this block, and the momentum is lost. There we go. So this guy will start. There we go. Momentum lost because he's jumping up every time. There we go. So basically, it's a small flaw in it that I need to lift these all up by 1. And what I'll do, it's going to be quite painful because obviously, yeah. So what they'll do is it'll mean that when they jump up, they can only jump 1 block high. They won't hit their heads on this obsidian anymore, and they won't lose momentum, which means instead of them sliding quite quickly for a block and a half, they